2K Sports with Greg Anthony, Chris Webb. And before we get going, let's catch up with...
Guys, you told me...
All right, David, thanks. Kevin, growing up watching the game of basketball, who were some of your earliest influences?
My early influences in the game of basketball was Magic Johnson, obviously Michael Jordan, and then Chris Webber. Chris Webber, Malik Sealy was kind of like the younger generation of my inspiration.
Malik.
Yeah. St. John's was one of the destinations. Michigan was one of my college destinations. So those guys were my natural inspirations early on when I was young.
Yeah. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Wizards. They've got Miracle Man. He's out there with Carter. Tracy McGrady is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Lever in at the 1. Here's Rice. Off target from three-point range. Now the Wizards with it. Kevin, you were always known as wanting to play and always wanting to practice. You were a gym rat. What did you do when a coach would ask you maybe to take a breather? Let's sit out this game. Let's rest up. Would you welcome that? Would you just say, I'll let you know when I can't go? Or how would you handle that situation?
You know what? I've always asked the coach to respect the way I get ready for games. I've always asked him to respect the way I approach the game. I've always asked the coach to respect me and my expertise of knowing my body. I'm very, very vocal. Listen, if one person needs rest and it's me, I know how to raise my hand. I know how to say I need some rest. But, I'm a person who likes to push through a lot of things. I'm a person who understands rest, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm a person who understands that practice makes perfect. And if I can work on something for as long as I can to make something better, because I know at the end when I need it, especially when I used to call it dial up. When I call, I need the answer.
They get it again. Here's Miracle Man, and it's denied. And it's Bryant in the corner. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback. Kemp's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and Gasol sends it back. Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Lever. Here's McGrady. Buries it from three-point range. McGrady's got 5 points so far. And KG, so great to see you. It takes me back. It really does.
A lot of people don't know, man. We got real original ties, man.
Back to the beginning.
95, man. My original man right here.
Here he was, man. You were a thrill a minute, I'll tell you that.
Man,
a thrill a minute.
Now look at us. 21 years later, dog. Man, can you believe
We're still
this?
standing.
We are. They haven't caught on yet. Don't say anything.
Shh, okay.
Keep it between us.
Okay. The shot's good from Carter. And, Kevin, there was such a whirlwind around your trade to the Celtics from the Timberwolves. What were your thoughts and emotions at that time?
You know what? Being in Minnesota at that time, it was very difficult for me. I didn't necessarily want to leave. I had a goal to bring the city a championship, and I felt like I could do that. Nothing worse than when you have to deal with the reality of change.
Yes.
I'm not the one for change, even though I do know in order to process or progress better, you have to embrace some change. So with the help of my friends from Chauncey Billups, Teron Lou, I sat and I thought through it with those guys who had been through the trade process and talking to me, getting me to understand my options. And once I understood all my options, then I just, it was about what was best for me and my family.
Wow, yeah, there's a lot to consider. Here's Lever over Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Miracle Man. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Sean Kemp picks one up right there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Washington shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
He's off on the first. And Kevin, welcome to the 2K team. I didn't realize how much you love NBA 2K.
Oh, man, 2K is always live, man. I'm a super fan. Man, this game is going all over the place, bro. Like, seriously, like, I'm geeked to see what's next, man. They got everything down. I'm sitting here watching all the little small intangibles that come with the game. I'm watching the game grow. I'm watching how better players are getting. I'm watching the online play, man. It's lit. It's lit. I can't wait to see this.
Abdul-Jabbar, rebound, Washington. Last time they met was in Washington.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
And people may not know, KG, that you're not just a broadcaster for 2K, but you're a member of the 2K community.
Have you been keeping up with the community, man?
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Man, listen,
very much so.
Shout out to all the 2K players out there. I'm Jizzle Lord, y'all know what it is. I'm Jizzle Lord 5. Shout out to my OBF team, y'all know what it is. Shout out to Dex, shout out to Bug, shout out to everybody out there playing.
Wow.
Right, we definitely.
Wow.
It's all good. You know, I'm OBF, I'm about the team, I'm gang, you know what it is. Jizzle Lord, y'all holler at me, y'all know what it is, 2K. Right.
And KG, you're retired from the game now, and you're stepping into the broadcast business a little bit now, aren't you?
Man.
Yeah.
You see me?
Like it? How do you like it?
You know what? Area 21 is something that is authentic. It's me. I'm having a great time watching the games. It's really cool being a fan now. I can root for people I want to root for. I don't have to worry about preparing and who I'm going to guard. And I'm getting the teeth. So, you know what? It's a great time. It's work. You know, it's not just you go on there and you have a bunch of fun. You know, we actually get some things done, but we have a great time, man.
You're a natural.
Hey, Kev, listen, watching you, being around you, you know, man, the great, rest in peace to Craig, you know, Ernie, Charles, all these great influences, man, has definitely helped. Not just me, but our younger generations of broadcasters, man. It's totally, I didn't see this being my lane, but I'm having fun with it.
Doing a great job. And that one's good. McGrady.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Rice kicks to Kemp. To the left side wing. Rice passes to Abdul-Jabbar. 4 on the clock. Williams kicks to Bryant. It's stolen by McGrady. Here's Lever. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Let's go. The putback. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Kevin, one of the biggest moments of your career, the 2008 championship with the Boston Celtics. Talk about the camaraderie among that group of players.
You know, Kev, I can tell right away that we had something special getting together right in September, right before the year started. We started working out together. We started sharing concepts and how we saw the game. Right away, I could tell that the appetite was there. 1 through 15 guys. It's very rare that you're able to get that many guys in that early. As soon as Danny, signed guys, we were in, we were lifting, we was just, around each other, understanding each other, playing a lot. We was playing a lot. Then, fortunately, we was able to go off to Rome that year. Rome was a good distraction for us because we had to lean on one another.
To bond a little bit.
Seriously, because, none of us spoke Italian. If we wanted to go somewhere, we was always 3-4 deep, and no one was asking and no one was telling us to be with each other. We were just naturally being with each other so much that whenever you saw us to the restaurants, 9, 10 of us, that carried over to practice. Then we got 2 teams that are very competitive. Doc's letting us be who we want to be, and he letting us play with passion, and our practices are over the top aggressive, and to the point where it's too competitive to where he has to come in and separates us and, take the balls and cut the lights out and get us out of here, to the point where he just lets us go. Now we start bringing concepts to him. He started trusting our IQs. Now we start putting a couple of things on defense. Thibodeau's in there. He's implementing stuff. When this flow is going like this, you don't know that you're going to win it all, but you're on the waves of something special. Right. And that's how that felt.
And Kev, you think of the great ones. You, Kobe, Jordan.
Timmy,
yeah, how about him? They worked harder than anybody else, Kevin.
And what you learn is that the similarity or the parallel that you all have is our inner animal that you never speak about. You know, we're all a little off. We're all a little dark, but that's what pushes you through pain. That's what pushes you through tough moments. When someone says you can't, when someone says this is not possible, this is unreal, no one has ever done it, that's the moment you're looking for. The moment someone told Kobe that he couldn't get over 50, 60, something Jordan couldn't do, he was driven in that. And if Phil wouldn't have stopped him, he probably would have reached 100 points.
He probably would have, yeah.
You know, he did Wilt Chamberlain a favor. And that's just real. He was in that type of mode. We all share that passion. We all share that drive. And the ones that have that inner darkness, we all understand.
It's like a split personality, huh?
It's almost like another level.
Yeah. Kevin, it's been said that some guys hated to play against you. Is there someone you hated to play against for whatever reason?
No.
You enjoyed every challenge?
I enjoyed every competitor because on the offensive side of the ball, I was always challenged when to use counters or what type of moves I was using. I took a lot of pride in having a variety of moves for different types of defenses, and each guy is going to bring out a different side of the offense in you. And then turning around and then being that defender and being able to guard the post player or the post or whatever the post player was or whatever. Rasheed Wallace was always a tough guard. Tim Duncan was always a tough guard. Zach Randolph was always a tough guard. Chris Webber, Dice, Karl Malone.
Great names.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Both teams will make substitutions. Well, the fans out there watching this, Kev, can you talk about why it's so incredibly difficult to win an NBA title, to become a champion? Why is it such a tough process?
Well, just imagine having a goal and you're not pursuing the goal by yourself. You know, say you and somebody else.
Relying on somebody else.
Relying on somebody else, okay? So let's just say you and someone are doing something, walking up a hill. Y'all getting ready to go walk up a hill. Well, the speed at which you want to walk at might be different from the other person. And what you realize about when you're trying to reach any goal is that you have to be connected. You have to be understanding of, we're going to walk up it together like at this speed, like this, or we're going fast, we're going slow. It has to be a great level of communication and understanding. At the same time, you have to have the same work ethic because you have to understand that you're together. And you don't get to go at this level and leave someone behind.
Whoa! Good. Woo. Wow. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. They set the pick. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Bellamy with a screen on Ilgauskas. And stolen by Ilgauskas. Here's Kobe. And Bryant slams it in.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And Matthews kicks to Smith over Abdul-Jabbar. The rebound by Ilgauskas.
He a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Kobe dishes to Thomas. Smith left side. Outside Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Kobe gets the bucket.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Astathias. Smith with a screen on Bryant. Here's Scott, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Scott's got 6.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going after him.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
High arcing shot, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Well, yeah, small lead so far, but it's building fast, and they better watch out.
Devin, you were a mainstay All-Star Week. You've seen everything there. If it were up to you, would you make any changes in All-Star Week in the events and the way everything is kind of carried out? You've went to so many.
I have. And you know what? Each city gives you a true essence of its own identity. I would like to see each city get a chance to host, regardless of if it's big enough or not. I think that each city has the ability to host. I think each city...
if you're with the family, then you should be able to host in the family, right?
Well, not only that, but just think about what All-Star is, man. It's an event. It's a family event. And each city wants to be able to show you their best thing about their city.
Thomas is out there with Harper. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then it's Big Cat. And it's Ilgauskas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. It's a pick by Ilgauskas from downtown. Regular season grind, 82 games in the regular season. In your opinion, is that the right amount of games for teams to play, or would you like to see the schedule shortened where there's more practice in between, more days of rest, more days to recuperate?
Man, look.
You got a big smile on your face.
For the old school, Kev, 82 games is how you got to come through it. Listen.
It's a war, isn't it?
It is. And you know what? This is the tradition of it, man. This is what it is, bro. If you don't want to go through this and go through this hall and this road of this journey, then cool. Go to another league. They got shorter games. They got other awards that you can, This is the NBA. This is what it is. This is the grind of it. And ones that have come before you have done it, just like the ones that's after you is going to do it. This is what it is, bro.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passes it to Theus. Screen by Smith. Here's Theus. The feed to Bellamy. Clock at 6. And stolen by Thomas. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And Ilgauskas kicks to Webster. Thomas a screen. Dishes it to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harper. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's an 8-point Celtic lead.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
The screen from Bellamy. And stolen by Thomas. Outside Harper, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Celtics.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Wizards trail by 8. Feeds it to Scott. Smith right side. The screen from Bellamy. It's tipped. Now Harper. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Kicks to Webster. Nice ball movement by Boston. It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Here's Thomas. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And the Celtics lead by 10. Washington's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Kevin, you were so successful jumping from high school to pros. What do you think about the current situation now, the age of 19, the minimum to go to the draft?
You know, I'm always be a fan of the younger kids being able to have the opportunity. I don't like when you put parameters. I can see if college was really teaching these kids and really giving them a solid situation to be able to have something to defer to. But, you know, these kids are not learning at the rate that you would like them to learn in college. And plus, they're not staying in college to these great institutions to be able to apply some of the things they're learning. So I just think that they need...
They're basketball players.
They're basketball players, but they should have the opportunity to take advantage of if you're able to play at 17, 18 like I was. Not saying that every kid's going to have that, but you have obviously the D-League. You have all these multiple leagues throughout the world and where kids go to play. You know, some kids have missed out just because of that 1 year. There's some mishaps. And you sit here and you can say, you know, for business is good for this. Listen, the business is what it's going to be. We need to develop and have these kids be professionals more than anything. We need to grow these kids from a skill level and an appetite level. Our game was built off for one to be better than the ones that's come before us. You know what I'm saying? Lou Alcindor came in here. He was, a.k.a. obviously Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was more encouraged to beat out Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell more than anything. And then that starts to trickle down from the effect of from Jordan wanting to be better than Larry Bird and Magic to Cole wanting to be better than, you know, it's the same thing. It's being trickled down. And when I think of greatness, I think, you know, it's going to follow. It's going to be shadows, and at some point it's going to mimic.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Kevin, some of the relatively new rules protecting players, the breakaway, the flagrant 1, the flagrant 2. Are you in favor of all this stuff?
I'm in favor for players' health. You know, anything that is going to be detrimental to a player's health, I feel like, you know, the player's health is the first and only obligation. That's all I've ever worried about. You know, foul play, you know, I think every player should always understand it's a way to foul. It's a way to be able to, you know, send a message. But in the heat of the moment, I get it. You know, things happen. But just I hope that all players out there will continue to, you know, to care about and respect the game.
He feeds it to Ilgauskas. Looks for Thomas, gets it to him, to the middle, and stolen by Bellamy. And here we go. Washington fast break. 17-foot shot on the way. Tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. And Kevin, you played for some great coaches, but is there any coach you would have been interested to work with that just didn't get a chance to? Say, you know, Greg Popovich or Phil Jackson.
You know, those are great coaches. I've had very, very little time with those guys.
Maybe in all-star games and things like that.
I have. But, you know, when you do all-star games, you let yourself go. You know, you open up yourself to try to, you know, be there and be present with the guys. Yes. Open up, you know, hey, what's up? What's been up with you? How's the year for y'all? Y'all playing well. We're going to beat y'all when we see y'all, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, you're very cordial. And, you know, you're not talking too much about X's and O's. But you do share perspectives. You do share, you know, philosophies. Pop is a great mind. I had a chance to sit with him a couple times. Phil's a great mind. Phil's super deep and loves the philosophy of. I haven't had a lot of time with those guys. Doc Rivers, you know, shout to Doc, and, you know, I know he doesn't get a lot for his philosophies, but he's very enriched with philosophies and styles and bringing teams together and trying to make sure that guys stay connected, stimulated. He would always tell us, never get bored with the process.
Wow, that's so intriguing. Interesting to hear. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Ilgauskas. Kemp comes in for Big Cat. Ryan is checked in for Ron Harper. And it's Williams in for Thomas. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Kemp. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Kevin, we see some coaches get extremely emotional on the sideline. Others take a more even-keeled approach, more calm on the sideline. Which coaching style would you prefer to play for when you were in your prime? Did you want a coach who was animated, or did you want a coach that was just kind of settled on the sideline?
You know what? I like the coach that was settled on the sideline. You know, I like to think that great coaches are going to be able to coach you in practice, and then during the games, you know, it's about the product and what you put out on the floor. You know, coaches that have understanding, coaches that have vision, coaches that understand the game, understand that it's a game of runs, know that it's a game of momentum. that have plays for those momentums and those times are coaches that I've always gravitated to and understood that they.
Like Doc was kind of in between, wasn't he? Little bit of emotion, but he could also have a calm demeanor on that side.
Doc was all fire. I'm sorry. There was nothing calming about Doc.
I'm trying to cover Doc's back here.
No, shout out to Doc. Doc will rip your head off if you wasn't supposed to. But you know what? You needed to play with that edge. You needed to know that if you wasn't in your spot, 1 through 15, you understood that you were supposed to be there. And it's good to play with that. I think that you don't want to be out there playing like, this is no big deal. Every play is a big deal. And no play, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? That severity, and you play with that importance and, knowing that you're playing for the next guy. So, that's important.
Off target was what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
Here's Rice. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Rice has got 5 points now this quarter.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You see, he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. The pass to Lever. Puts up a three. The shot by McGrady, no good.
Well, it appears as though he has lost his touch a little after connecting on 2 in the first quarter.
Kevin, when you played, we all know how intense you were, how much you cared. That, to me, was the thing that you cared so much about the product, about your team, about the game. But some people have said that maybe there was a streak of you that was mean is maybe not the right word, but you were overly aggressive. But I don't know how you could have played any differently.
I call it dialed in.
What?
I like to think that if you're trying to accomplish something, then, I only know one way to accomplish something. You go at it with everything you have.
Yes.
You go to dominate it and take it over. You don't go at something lightly.
Can't walk through the park with this game,
not at all. Not at all. And this game is full of talented elites. Night in, night out, you're playing someone that can typically go for 50 easy.
So true. And Carter now, top of the key. Gasol screen. Here's McGrady. A rebound by Kemp. Celtics leading by 14. Here's Rice. Rebound, Washington. Gasol's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Lever. He dishes it to Carter. A minute 42 left to play here in the half. Basket counts. Carter's got 6 points.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
It's stolen by McGrady. From deep three-point range. Tries again. That shot is off. And the Celtics going the other way now. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Really an intimidating style of defense. I mean, they challenged everything at the rim, and that led them to victory.
That was a big-time block party. Even several shots they didn't even get a hand on were effective.
KG, I know you can't stay any longer. You've got to move on, but we appreciate your time, and it's always great to see you.
Kev, anytime, man. It's great to see you, man. Anytime you need me, you let me know, man. I'm yours.
Former MVP, Defensive Player of the Year and champion, Kevin Garnett. What a treat it is, Greg, to have KG with us. Always offers so much insight. Played the game for an amazing 21 seasons.
Yeah, when he first entered the league, everybody was wowed by the athleticism. But what became more apparent really early on were the instincts for which he had for the game. And that's what he brings, I feel like, to the broadcast.
They set the pick. There's the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. McGrady's got it back down to within single digits for Washington.
Oh, and that's his first 3 of the second quarter. 3rd overall this game.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. For Washington, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Takes a shot at the elbow. No good on that last second attempt there. And that concludes the first half. Celtics lead by 9. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter was all about Kobe Bryant. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the...
And that will wrap.
And now the third quarter about to get going. We're seeing a tremendous game from Tracy. Well, Chris, as you look around the league and with all the great players in it, who would you like to have played with that's playing right now?
Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, you look at all the big fellas. I definitely would love to play with the Cousins or Davis. You look at guards. I mean, how could you not want to play with Westbrook, Harden, or LeBron? I mean, it's like telling a kid, go in that candy store, what candy do you want to pick? It might take him an hour. He might pass out just with the excitement. I don't know. There's so many great players in this league, man. It's so hard to choose one. How about you just take any of the top 10, and whichever one I pick out of the hat, I'd play with them and be happy.
I like that. How about in the past, guys you would have liked to have played with when you were playing the game?
Wow, late in my career, Kevin, I could have played with Tim Duncan. I've always thought that would have been like Shaq, KG. It would have been other big players at that time when you needed 2 guys inside to play. So it definitely have been guys that I respect battling and going up against, and those would have been the first I would have looked to play with. But those guys come to mind first.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. They've got Carter. Miracle Man is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Tracy McGrady, and it's Lever in at the point guard position. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Williams dishes to Bryant. Abdul-Jabbar gets double-teamed. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. There's the dish to McGrady. Carter kicks to Gasol. Here's McGrady. The rebound by the Celtics. Kemp's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
Yeah, just outworking guys in there, being accountable, being a leader by example.
Celtics leading by 3. Outside Williams. He kicks it to Abdul-Jabbar. Inside, and it's Kemp with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. McGrady outside, and the jumper falls for him. McGrady's got 29 in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. They get Marc Gasol.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Wizards making a switch here. Bellamy's checked in. There's the pick. Bellamy with a screen on Williams. The screen from Bellamy. Lever. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Big Smooth.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Williams passes to Kobe. The feed to Abdul-Jabbar. 6 to shoot. The shot from 20 feet away. And the shot no good, a bit short. Wizards trail by 4. Here's Theus. And Washington again with the bucket.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive end.
Williams kicks to Bryant. Here's Rice. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Rice has got 13 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
Kobe dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Carter.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
And it's blocked. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Let's give some credit now to a group of terrific young defenders. The rookie leaders in blocks since the All-Star break. Look at Big Smooth, second in the NBA, a great defender.
I tell you, he's picked a lot of opponents' tendencies as the year has gone on and has put that knowledge to work defensively.
Theus, the pass to Miracle Man. Wizards passing it around. And it's Carter penetrating. Pass to Theus. Over to the left wing. Pass to McGrady for the lead. But they recover it. Carter outside. They set the pick. It's Vince Carter on the wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Big Smooth. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. 12th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That's his first foul. Outside Thomas. Ilgauskas with it. He's got 8. Thomas kicks to Ilgauskas. Second chance effort, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question.
Here's the screen. Looks for Thomas, gets it to him. Over Theus. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, when you're at a size disadvantage, sometimes the mid-range is better than inside. You get a little more space. You don't allow the shot blocker to get up on you, and also you can use your handles and your quickness.
Shot clock at 6. Rebound, Boston.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
Thomas, that's good. Wizards trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Carter kicks to McGrady. Releases. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Thomas. Dishes it to Kemp. Feeds it to Harper. Josh Smith pulls it in. Washington's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Celtics leading by 6. Outside Harper. Rice kicks to Kemp. Over Smith. Poked loose. Here's Ilgauskas. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night. Washington's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Carter outside. Off the screen. It's rebounded by Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Harper against McGrady. Thomas kicks to Rice. 5 to shoot. Here's Harper. And the Celtics hit again from deep. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Smith checked in for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Isaiah Thomas. And here's Smith. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The 11-footer, it's deflected. Here's Theus. Over to the wing. 3 from Matthews. Rebound by Smith. Celtics leading by 11. It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Here's Rice. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Rice has got 7 points for the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Doubled by Smith.
Jump on. Cool. You two players.
Washington with the ball. Smith dishes to Matthews. Here's Theus. No good off the front iron.
His struggles this quarter continue. The D's done a good job on him.
Here's McGrady. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. McGrady's got 34 points.
Well, the rest of the team is searching for their offense, but he has kept his foot on the gas.
And it's Smith missing. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Theus. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Outside Kemp, right wing. Rice kicks to Ilgauskas. Here's the 3, and it's J.R. Smith getting the 3. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, and the Celtics bringing in Brad Stevens as head coach in 2013. That same summer, they made their blockbuster trade with the Nets. 2 home run moves for their franchise.
Smith the pass to McGrady. Shot clock at 5. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Matthews, no good. The Celtics on offense. They're on an 18-7 run. Williams dishes to Ilgauskas. Rice kicks to Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the Celtics signed Brad Stevens to a 6-year contract to lure him away from Butler in college basketball. Chris, they were very confident he'd be a great coach.
Well, they might want to pull out their pen and have him sign another 6-year deal real quick because he's already established himself as one of the league's top coaches.
And that one falls for Williams. And some changes here for the Celtics. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Ilgauskas. And Kobe is subbed in for J.R. Smith. And so he hits both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Kobe against McGrady. Kicks to Gasol. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Gasol's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Williams. He's got 6. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. They set the pick. Back to Kobe. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
That's just a lack of communication. 2 guys just not on the same page.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Hey, we're doing so many good...
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Celtics leading by 16. Sean Kemp is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Williams. Then there's Kobe. And it's Rice in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Good.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Here's Rice, covered by Smith. Outside Kemp, 6 to shoot. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
He's really developed that nice in-between game. Smooth.
McGrady passes to Lever. Over Williams. The shot's good from Lever.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The screen from Kemp. Here's Rice. A 3-pointer off the mark. Wizards trail by 16. Now the pass to Lever. Shot from 12. And again, it's Marc Gasol. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 rebounds. Williams kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Rice. Sinks the 3-pointer. And the Celtics lead by 17.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Gasol passes to Lever. Gasol a screen. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Again, the Celtics good for 2. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Washington calls timeout, and Chris, power forwards today shoot a lot more 3-pointers. If you played today, I think you'd be incredibly effective in that role. How do you think you'd be in that role?
Oh, yeah, I think that that's something I would definitely have fun and relished in. I did shoot threes a couple of seasons in Washington, and was pretty successful at that, but the style of play was just so different then. Big men were asked to stay in the post, and there was a lot more work in the post, a lot more pressure on the big guy to get to the free throw line to wear down the defense. So the whole game was different then. The big men kind of ruled the game. Today it's a point guard's game, and so what's great is I'd have to step out to give the point guard a lot more room to drive, to take a shot blocker away, or because there aren't any shot blockers. And so I definitely would love to hang out in that corner and shoot that easy 3, or at the top after a pick and roll and pop right back. That would have been a lot of fun. Plus it would give you freedom, because when you can shoot that Jimmy like that and you got a nice wet jump shot, it allows that pump fake to work all day. So I would have pump faked a lot from that 3-point line and dunked on a lot of people. So that would have been fun to have that freedom as they do today. Just like it's fun watching these young guys let it fly from that 3-point line.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, you had to stop.
Williams kicks to Kemp. He feeds it to Bryant. Now Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, he's picking his spots. Understanding the game so well helps them fuel this lead.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Another one falls for Washington.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Bryant tips it back in. Bryant's got 4 this quarter.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Miracle Man, the pass to Gasol. Carter outside. Over Rice. Here's Miracle Man. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. Williams dishes to Rice. Outside Kemp. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Kobe. Second chance shot. That's tipped. Here's Carter. And that one hits back iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Williams kicks to Kemp. Kobe against McGrady. They double-team Kobe. Here's Lever. He dishes it to McGrady. Miracle Man, the pass to McGrady. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. The dish to Gasol. Over Abdul-Jabbar. Kobe with it. Now McGrady defending. The putback. No good on that one. And Washington the other way now. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Carter kicks to McGrady. Pass to Lever. Back to McGrady. And again, Washington, no good.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back. Wow, that's his 4th 3 of the game, 2 in each half. He has just owned that line.
Gasol a screen. Carter drives in. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
Williams dishes to Bryant. Here's Rice, defended by Carter. Rice passes to Abdul-Jabbar. He kicks it to Rice. Nice ball movement by Boston. Williams from outside, but they get it back.
They are really crashing the offensive glass, and it's paying off for them.
And it's Kobe missing. Wizards trailed by 18. Outside Gasol. Shot from free throw range. The rebound by the Celtics. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Kemp kicks to Williams. Kobe dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Shoots a 3. Kept alive. Here's Rice. And the 3 ball is good. Rice has got 13 points in the second half.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Here's McGrady. Here's Miracle Man. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. Miracle Man. Great D that time from Kemp.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
It's blocked. Here's Lever. Carter on the wing. Over Rice. Bank shot. No good. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Bryant. It's stolen by McGrady. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. McGrady's got 39.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. A beautiful reverse layup. Here's Lever. And the game and the culture of basketball has so many subsets. One of those is the basketball shoe culture, the sneaker culture. Players competing almost as much, Chris, for style points as they are for actual points.
Oh, yeah, and I love to say that I was part of that culture, with the black socks and with some different shoes that I've had at the NBA. It's a lot of fun, man. It's something that your fans can relate to. It's something personal. It shows a personal side of what you have, your type of design. So, you're very fortunate if you get your own kick deal, and I was fortunate. It's a lot of fun, and the fans love it.
Here's Williams. Outside, Kobe. Rice passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Gasol. A shot missing.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed.
And, Chris, I know you've been executive producing and hosting various TV shows. You had a great NBA career, obviously, and it seems like you continue to find success. How's that been for you?
Well, I try to take the same lessons I learned in sports. When I first got to Golden State, the first man I searched out was Chris Mullin and found out all of his habits and stole all of his knowledge, and I tried to take that and move forward, and I try to do the same in other areas. I try to work with the best. I try to learn, work hard, work my way up the rookie ladder and see what happens, and so I've just aligned myself with some really great people, some wonderful thinkers and hard workers, and hopefully it'll continue to have fun like I am doing. So it's been a great ride.
You're always learning, right? You never stop learning.
Man, come on. It's not just about a school or a class or one mentor. It's about everyday learning so that you can kind of learn and put people's knowledge with your unique sense of self and make it work. Why not learn on someone else's dime? Why go through life making mistakes when other people can kind of let you know, wait, I did this, you want to think about that, and kind of just put your own playbook together.
Mm-hmm. And, Chris, you spent a handful of years in Washington. When you look back to that time in your career, is there a favorite moment that stands out to you?
Well, it was early in my career when I was with Washington, and I learned a lot about the league. And I think ending the Washington playoff drought that they had been in for so many years was part of the reason why I wanted to go there, and that was a lot of fun. Making my first All-Star team as well was pretty cool.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And every point is critical now. You can't afford to let these opportunities pass you by.
Takes a shot at the elbow, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Carter, that's good.
Timeout. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Here's the screen, and they call an illegal screen here. And the pace of the NBA game has changed, becoming more strenuous. We've heard a growing chorus saying that the NBA regular season should be shortened, Chris, to allow more time for recovery.
No, the guys should do less in the summers. NBA has always been 82 games, and that's the season. Anything you do outside of the NBA does not concern the season. So if you're tired because you play on several teams for your country, or the fact that you work out and you go to several camps, that's only your fault. You know how to get rest during the off season. So that's ridiculous to say that there won't be 82 games a year. That's ridiculous. How do you keep an historical continuity if we don't keep it that way? So I think guys need to take it upon themselves to find ways to get more rest in the summer.
Free throw good, Ilgauskas. Well, for the Celtics, their trade with the Nets is the gold standard for asset hunting. But a lot of smaller deals along the way, fortifying their roster.
Yeah, they ended up with the top pick this past year. Though they traded out of it, have a good chance to even get more top picks. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Theus. And again, Washington with the triple.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
Thomas against Scott. Outside Thomas. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.